What's the difference between a nice guy and a good man? All right, let's dissect this. Let's dig deep into the core of what it means to be a good man versus a nice man. We're going to dismantle the myth of the perpetual pleaser and rebuild you into someone who understands their own worth. You've been taught, haven't you, to be agreeable, to put others before yourself, to avoid conflict at all costs. Be a nice guy, they said. It's the right thing to do. But where has that gotten you? Feeling drained, resentful, invisible? That's not goodness, that's self-neglect. Let's be clear, there's a fundamental difference between being nice and being good. Nice is superficial, reactive. It's about avoiding discomfort, even your own. Good is intentional, proactive. It's about living by your values, respecting yourself, and then, from that place of strength, genuinely contributing to the world. Carl Jung said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes." You've been living in a dream where your needs don't matter. You've been looking outward for validation, for approval, for a sense of worth. It's time to wake up. Think about it. You're asked to do something you don't want to do, something that infringes on your time, your energy, your boundaries. What do? You say yes, don't you? You rationalize it, it's no big deal. They need my help, I don't want to disappoint them. But every time you say yes when you mean no, you erode a little piece of yourself. You become a doormat, a vessel for other people's needs, and your own needs remain unfulfilled. The first step toward change is awareness. The second step is acceptance. You have to acknowledge that your current pattern isn't working. You have to accept that you've been prioritizing others at the expense of yourself. Even religious teachings, often misconstrued to promote self-sacrifice at all costs, emphasize the importance of self-respect. Love your neighbor as yourself. That as yourself is crucial. It implies a fundamental obligation to care for yourself, to nurture your own well-being. How can you genuinely love and serve others if you're depleted, resentful, and lacking in self-respect? Learning to say no is not being selfish, it's being self-respectful. It's about defining your boundaries, protecting your time, and prioritizing your values. It's about recognizing that you have a right to say no without guilt or explanation. What you say no to determines what you say yes to. Every time you say no to something that drains you, you're saying yes to something that nourishes you, something that aligns with your purpose. What's holding you back? Fear. Fear of rejection, fear of disapproval, fear of being seen as selfish. But here's the truth. People who respect themselves attract respect. People who set boundaries command respect. People who prioritize their well-being are more capable of contributing to the world. You're not here to be a people pleaser. You're here to be a good man, a man of integrity, a man who knows his worth, a man that knows when to say yes and when to say no, a man that understands to care for himself before caring for others. Identify your values. What truly matters to you? What do you stand for? Set boundaries. Learn to say no without guilt. Prioritize self-care. Make time for activities that nourish your mind, body, and soul. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you offer others. Challenge negative self-talk. Replace self-critical thoughts with positive affirmations. Seek professional help. If you're struggling to break free from old patterns, don't hesitate to seek guidance from a therapist or counselor. You are not obligated to be a doormat. You are not obligated to sacrifice your well-being for the sake of others. You are obligated to yourself to live a life of purpose, integrity, and self-respect. Be a good man, not a nice man. Put yourself first, not in a selfish way, but in a way that allows you to be the best version of yourself and for the world. All right, let's delve deeper into each of those actionable steps, providing concrete examples and reinforcing the why behind them. Identify your values, the compass of your life. Your values are your core beliefs, the principles that guide your decisions and actions. They're your internal compass, helping you navigate life's complexities. Without them, you're adrift, susceptible to the whims of others. Examples of what you can do: journaling. Take time to reflect on what truly matters to you. Ask yourself questions like, what makes me feel fulfilled? What do I admire in others? What do I want my legacy to be? List creation. Write down a list of 5 to 10 values like honesty, integrity, family, creativity, and growth. Then prioritize them. Value-based decision-making. When faced with a decision, ask yourself, does this align with my values? If not, reconsider why you should do it. Clarity and purpose. Values provide clarity, giving you a sense of purpose and direction. Authenticity. Living by your values allows you to be authentic, true to yourself. Reduced regret. Value-based decisions minimize regret as you're acting in accordance with your deepest beliefs. Set boundaries, protecting your inner sanctuary. Boundaries are the lines you draw to protect your time, energy, and emotional well-being. They're not about being rigid or unyielding. They're about being clear about what you will and will not tolerate. Examples of what you can do: practice saying no. Start with small requests and gradually work your way up. Use phrases like, I appreciate you asking, but I'm unable to commit to that right now, or that doesn't work for me. Time management. Schedule time for yourself and protect it fiercely. Emotional boundaries. Don't take on other people's emotional baggage. Learn to say, I understand you're going through a tough time, but I'm not able to take on your emotional burden. Communicate clearly. Express your needs and limits assertively, but respectfully, why you should do it. Prevention of burnout. Boundaries prevent burnout and resentment. Increase self-respect. Setting boundaries demonstrates self-respect and commands respect from others. Improved relationships. Healthy boundaries lead to healthier, more balanced relationships. Prioritize self-care, fueling your inner fire. Self-care is not selfish, it's essential. It's about taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being so you can function at your best. Examples of what you can do. Physical self-care. Exercise regularly, eat healthy foods, get enough sleep. Emotional self-care. Practice mindfulness, meditation, or deep breathing. Engage in activities you enjoy. Mental self-care. Read books, learn new skills, engage in stimulating conversations. Social self-care. Spend time with loved ones, build meaningful connections. Why you should do it. Enhanced well-being. Self-care improves your overall well-being, both physically and mentally. Increased resilience. It strengthens your resilience, making you better equipped to handle stress. Improved productivity. When you take care of yourself, you're more focused and productive. Practice self-compassion, the inner ally. Self-compassion is about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a good friend who is struggling. It's about recognizing that you're human, imperfect, and deserving of compassion. Examples of what you can do. Mindful self-compassion. When you're struggling, acknowledge your pain. Remind yourself that you're not alone and offer yourself kind words. Self-forgiveness. Forgive yourself for mistakes and imperfections. Positive self-talk. Replace self-critical thoughts with encouraging and supportive ones. Why you should do it. Reduce stress and anxiety. Self-compassion reduces stress, anxiety, and depression. Increased emotional resilience. It strengthens your emotional resilience, making you better able to cope with challenges. Improved relationships. Self-compassion leads to healthier, more compassionate relationships with others. Challenge. Negative self-talk. Rewiring your inner dialogue. Negative self-talk is the inner critic that tells you you're not good enough, you're not capable, you're not worthy. It's a destructive pattern that undermines your self-esteem and limits your potential. Examples of what you can do. Identify negative thoughts. Pay attention to the negative thoughts that pop into your head. Challenge the evidence. Ask yourself, is there evidence to support this thought? Is there another way of looking at this situation? Replace negative thoughts. Replace negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Cognitive reframing. Reframe negative situations into opportunities for growth. Why you should do it. Improved self-esteem. Challenging negative self-talk boosts self-esteem and confidence. Reduced anxiety and depression. It reduces anxiety and depression by changing your thought patterns. Increased motivation and resilience. It increases motivation and resilience, making you more likely to achieve your goals. Embracing authenticity, the key to true fulfillment. In conclusion, being a good man is about more than just being nice. It's about having integrity, setting boundaries, and standing up for what is right. A good man is respected not because he seeks approval, but because he earns it through his actions and character. Strive to be a good man, and you will find fulfillment and respect in all areas of your life. Authenticity is the foundation of a good man's life. When you are true to yourself, you attract genuine connections and opportunities that align with your values. Authenticity allows you to live a life free from the constraints of others' expectations, giving you the freedom to pursue your true passions and purpose. Remember, the journey to becoming a good man is ongoing. It requires continuous self-reflection, growth, and a commitment to living authentically. Embrace the journey, and you will not only become a good man, but also inspire others to do the same. Stay true to yourself and let your authenticity shine through in everything you do. Your path to fulfillment and respect begins with embracing who you truly are. Seek professional help, the path to healing and growth. If you're struggling to break free from old patterns, or if you're experiencing significant emotional distress, seeking professional help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Examples of what you can do: therapy or counseling. Talk to a therapist or counselor who can help you identify and address underlying issues. Support groups. Connect with others who are facing similar challenges. Coaching. Work with a coach to develop strategies for personal growth and development. Why you should do it. Healing and growth professional help provides a safe and supportive environment for healing and growth. Skill development therapists and coaches can teach you valuable skills for managing emotions and building healthy relationships. Objective perspective. They offer an objective perspective, helping you see your blind spots and develop new perspectives.